Tables in AutoCAD can be generated very quickly. They create a spreadsheet-like grid of lines and text. Tables have styles too. First, let's take a quick look at tables. You can create a table from an existing spreadsheet or from scratch. Just type the word table on the command line, or you can go to the table panel on the Annotate tab in the ribbon and click the table button. They're fairly straightforward, though it looks like it could be a bit complicated, and you can make them more complicated. You have different styles. This drawing only has one called Standard, and you can start from an empty table or from some data link that we're not going to really get into now, but it will automatically extract data found in your file and put it into the table, which can be very handy. But to set up a table, you pick your style, you pick your insertion point, or you tell it that you're going to, and you define how many rows and how many columns that you're going to have. You can just click on the arrows or you can type it in. Let's go 4 rows, 5 columns. Now you have 3 different types of settings: a title, a header, or a data field. If you look at this little preview over here, this is what it's going to look like, though it doesn't give you a preview with the right number of columns and rows. I'm not sure why, but that's just what it does. But this is what it's going to look like. So you have your first row here, which is going to be the title. Then you have a header row. Then you have the number of rows that you define here is 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can switch any of these into a data type, a header type, or a title type. It's up to you. Typically, the style that you're going to need is going to be a title, and then a header, and then data. Sometimes you won't need the headers, you'll just need data, or sometimes you won't need the title, you'll just need a header like this. Again, it's only going to matter what you need. Click OK. Pick your point, and there's your table. It seems simple enough, right? Now you just have to enter in the information you want to put inside each cell. So we can call this column 1, press the tab key, column 2, tab key, and it keeps going on. You can use your arrow keys to move around in each cell, or you can pick with your mouse which cell you want to edit. Now the different cells have different properties. You can lock them. You can lock just the content, you can lock just the formatting, or you can lock both of them. Once the cell has been locked in either category, then another person cannot change them unless they come up to it and unlock it, which is very nice. It keeps accidents from happening. You can change your text just like a regular text editor. And when you double click in the cell, you get the text editor ribbon come up, and you can just edit it like you would normal text. You can change your justification, and that changes it in the cell. And you can do this in more than one at a time as well. You can also do it in your properties panel. So if I pick all of these cells, I pick one box, hold down the Shift key, and now I have selected all of these boxes. And I can change different styles, cell height, cell width, alignments, and then they'll all match all at the same time. I can even put in background fills, which could be very handy when you're trying to stylize your drawing. I can change the border colors if I click on the border here. You can also right-click and get to most of these options as well. So if I pick a color, let's say blue, you see the preview here? That's what's going on. I click OK, press Escape, and now I've changed the color. So you can do a lot with these to stylize them. If you want to change the width or the height, you just grip edit. I can change one column. I can change everything at once globally. If I click here, once I've stretched it, I can go into columns just like in multi-line text, or I can stretch it back down. If you select the table anywhere, you can pick up in the column, and I can make changes just to the column this way. I can grip edit it. I can change the formatting of the entire column. And in the same manner, you can do that sort of thing for a row. One of the nice things about tables in AutoCAD is that in the same way that the text editor works like a word processor, tables in AutoCAD work like a spreadsheet. So you can add some basic formulas, not a lot, just some of the basic ones that you're going to want. A sum, average, count. You can get information from one cell and add it to another. You can make an equation or formula, which is very cool. You can right-click and you can insert rows above or below. You can delete a row. You can look for recent input, or you can change the data style. So if I'm in this row here, I can change it. Cell style is now a title. So it makes the text in there a little bit bigger, a little bit more bold. And that's really all that the styling does. So if you want to create other styles of tables, you can. Just make new, give it a name, hit continue, and now you can define a bit of information. You have your data header or title, or you can even create a new cell style. So you can take your title, give it a bigger margin, make it of a different type, change the format a little bit from a general to percentage, to currency, to a date, etc. So a good type you might want to make would be like a date style. You can change the text style here, the height, the color, and you can make or define how you want the borders to look. The header and the data work the same way, they just have their own presets already put in. Once you've created all of this, you can also make your table go up or down. But once you've created all this, you save your style, and now you have a different one to choose from. So if you need to make like a bill of materials or a drawing sheet list or any type of chart, and you're going to use it over and over again, create a style. That way, when you start your table, you'll have it already set up. You just have to put in the number of rows, columns, and the actual data that's going to go into it.